everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is another episode in my deck review series and I hope you've been enjoying all the other deck reviews that I have been doing. So today I'm going to be presenting to you the Animal Totem Tarot, which is an absolutely gorgeous deck, and if you love animals as much as I do, and you see a lot of animal characteristics in the people that you deal with, then this is definitely the deck for you. It is an absolutely beautiful deck, so well presented, and it comes in a fabulous box as well, so something that I would highly recommend if you're a great animal lover. Let's begin on this deck. So it's a deck that has been done by Leeza Robertson and it's been illustrated by Eugene Smith, and like I said, it comes in this most fabulous box, very hardy. It's got this dark blue kind of skyline on it with this wolf jumping into, or this fox jumping onto the sword, trying to discover things. And you can see it's got, this is, almost the magician over there with all that, his tools that he needs. So what I like about this particular deck is that it has not only animals in it, but it's also got very important elements from the rider-waite Smith symbology, and these animals are interacting with these this equipment, rather, if I could say that, or interacting with all these different elements from the rider-waite Smith symbology, and that just makes it easier to read, and you can get a very good layered interpretation of the cards as well. So let's get into the deck. So like I said, it comes in this beautiful box and it's got this magnetic closure there, so it closes very well. It's got a bit about all the different cards, well, a few of the cards in the back of the deck itself, and it tells you a little bit about animal totems being used and how they are important to our lives and our journeys. So opening the deck itself, it comes with this what I like about it is also the illustration is taken into the box itself. The box is really nicely well set out. There's a little alcove, if you like, there to keep your cards, and there's a little ribbon so that you can pick the cards out of that, pick it out of the box itself quite easily. So we'll get to the cards now, and it comes with this really thick, very extensive book. So this is not a book that's going to fit into your back pocket, neither is it going to fit into your purse. This is a book that is very well written. It's got a lot of information in it, and you're going to have to take some time to go through it as well. It's got this beautiful cover on it, really lovely vibrant colors on the book itself, and it's the guide to the Animal Totem Tarot, being written by Leeza Robertson. The book itself is really extensive, and I love the fact that she's dedicated to the animals that she's used within the book. So it starts off with the table of contents over there, and it talks about the tarot itself and the power animals and the animal totems. It speaks about understanding your journey, what you should do before you begin. It goes to the major arcana, the royal families, the minor arcana, and exploring your deck itself. And it gives a nice little preface over there, so some information about the author, and we get through reading the first bits of it, where they talk about understanding your journey and so forth. Now when you start off with the major arcana card, major arcana tarot, it's got the pictures of the cards in the beginning of each section, and it's in black and white, but it's a really big picture so that you can see all the elements within that particular card. Now I must specify this is a borderless deck, so that makes it even more exclusive and makes it even more beautiful, really. So you start off she's given really nice big black and white pictures for every single card, and then it gives you a little bit of a message from the grasshopper to start off with, and it tells you about what it means, and then it gives you the meanings in business and career, family and relationships, health and well-being, and the card of the day. And there's a little section that you can write some notes in as well. So she does that for every single card, from the majors to the minors, so that you can see the cards really nice and big. There's no nothing hidden there. It's all very, very clear. Even though it's in black and white, it's very, very clear for each and every single card. So it goes right through to the end there, and at the end of the book in itself, she talks about the different spreads, how to use them. So exploring your deck speaks about what your different spreads are, and she's called them the inner totem pole, and what each and every card means in its position. So this is very, very, very helpful and very, very informative, and it gives you a different take on how to actually read the cards. And then right at the end tells you about some different cards that are being offered by Llewellyn Hooch, who are the publishers of this particular card deck. So a really, really good book. This card, the cards are not the reverse meanings of the cards are not given. So you can't read this deck really in reversal. You have to read it in the upright, which suits me fine since I don't read reversals anyway. But it's really very extensive, and the writing is pretty big, so it's not tiny, and the way it's written is very informative, very, very clear as well. So although it looks like a very thick book, there's not that much to learn. It's not as intricate as you might think it would be, but it's very, very clear, and it gives you a good take on everything. And since she addresses business and career, family and relationships, these are the things that we want to know about. And also that health and well-being is also very, very important to be able to read in the card. So that's something new that not a lot of decks really offer, about the health and well-being. So that's really, really good, and I like the way it's been set out, and it makes really good, easy reading as well. Now the cards themselves, like I said, sit in this little alcove over here, and they have that little string that you can pull it out, and the box itself is very, very sturdy. It's not going to fray, and well worth investing in a deck with a good box. That's what I think. Now the back of the cards themselves have got a blue background over there, and there's some roses, and there are animal totems on the back of that card. This is a borderless deck. It is a 78 card deck, and it is borderless. It's got the title of the card below, and the whole image is taken up on the card itself. The card stock itself is pretty good. It's not too shiny. It's matte enough so that you can shuffle it quite easily. The dimensions of the card's about 13.2 by about 5 centimeters. So, a good size, not too big, and fits into your palm pretty easily. So you'll be able to shuffle it quite good. They got smooth edges. They're cut very well as well. So very, very good card stock, and a good quality card as well. This deck itself was published in 2016, and it is it's a deck that has been published by Llewellyn. It's very, very, it gives you a lot of spiritual insight, and also allows you to, use these animal totems. She's divided the animal totems into 3 kind of sections that have been spiritual guides, mentors, helpers, people, guides that bring messages as well. It has got the standard cups, pentacles, swords, and wands suits in it. So it's not too far away from the rider-waite decks itself. And so you've got those power animals that come across in your totem animals, which have got the power to heal, or the power to help, or the power to deliver messages. And this is, she presents them as how they will function in your life. So a very, very beautiful, beautiful deck, and a really nice extensive book. Now I'm going to just take you through the cards themselves and show you exactly what cards they are. So you've got the Fool card over here, which is that grasshopper there, and you can still see that little sack that the Fool usually carries in the rider-waite deck. So this is the Fool. The Magician, with all the elements that the Magician uses. And then you've got the High Priestess over there with that spider, and the moon is there in the background. And then you've got the Empress over here, which is a yak. You've got the Emperor, which is a gorilla. And you've got the Hierophant over there, this lovely polar bear with the keys of knowledge there. The Lovers. The Chariot. It's the killer whale. You've got the Strength card here. You can see he's interacting with that cart there. The Hermit. the Wheel of Fortune, a ladybird on the Wheel of Fortune there, the Justice card, the Hanged Man, the Death card, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World. So it's got the title with the Roman numerals here on the major arcana. Then you've got the Ace of Wands, the title written at the bottom over there, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and they're all written out there, so that's really beautiful. The Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So 9 of Wands here. So the human figures have been replaced by the animal totems, but it's still got the the rider-waite symbology there in the background over there, so you can relate to this deck and learn it pretty quickly if you know rider-waite symbology. You've got the 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. And this is the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. This is the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. And the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. The colors are really natural. It's just a really beautiful deck. The Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the 10 of Swords. This is the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Then you've got the Pentacle suit, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a lovely dung beetle. The Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So the illustrations are really, really beautiful. They're very clear. The coloring is really beautiful. The cardstock is really wonderful as well. So a deck to get if you really love animal decks, and I do love animal decks, and it's got a lot of expression. The background pictures are really beautiful, so you can get a lot about environmental changes or whatever is going on in the environment of the person you're reading for. But also when you look at the animals and get their whatever they're about, their characteristics, it gives it a much deeper meaning than, maybe even some of the human illustrated decks. So very, very beautiful over there. You can actually see how this animal is struggling to pull that cart in that strength card over here, taking all his strength. This ox is using everything he can, and the road is so rocky over there, and this is about struggling to get through things in that strength card, and having to carry a lot of burdens and responsibilities in order for you to get to where you're going. So there's a good you can get a good psychic reading from it, but also you can use a lot of that rider-waite symbology from these cards, and the cardstock is really, really good. The coloring is really, really brilliant as well, and the book is so extensive. Now these cards cannot be read up in reverse. Well, I suppose you could, because the back is reversible. Well, not really, actually. This is it says that the cards cannot be reversed. So even if you turn the cards around, you can see it's not going to be. You're not going to be able to read it in reverse anyway. But there's no need to do that. She gives you such good explanations. You can use this. You can learn the deck off pretty quickly, and it's such an exciting, entertaining deck, and it's so beautiful. I'm sure you will have a lot of fun learning it and also using it as well. So I hope you do give this deck a go. I'll put the links to Amazon and eBay where you can buy the decks. So click on the links when you need to go in and buy the decks, and I'll put that in the description box so you can have a look. So I hope you have enjoyed this particular deck, and why not give it a shot? If this is, if you're trying to learn the tarot and you want to do something completely different from, the run-of-the-mill decks that you've been using, this is a one to give a shot, and something that you will enjoy quite immensely. I'm quite sure of that. So I hope you've enjoyed this deck review, and thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.